Have you ever been woken up by hungry little people asking for food before your feet even hit the ground? And then you shuffle to your kitchen half asleep, and the first thing you see is a pile of dishes at the sink from last night's dinner. There's toys scattered all over the house, and you have no plan for breakfast. I hear you, it's exhausting. But what if I told you that tomorrow could actually feel peaceful? Like your kitchen was ready to serve you and your family well and bring joy into your home, into your kitchen, instead of draining you the second you wake up. And I think that's what's possible when we as mothers step into the role of keeper of the kitchen. If you're interested in learning about the evening reset rhythm that I use to bless tomorrow tonight in our home, and just discover how this one simple reset can truly transform the way your morning and make it flow with peace and purpose, just keep watching. Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm a homeschooling mama of 3 littles. So I've learned along the way of one of the most important ways that I can bless my family is by embracing and stepping into the faithful role of keeper of the kitchen and keeper of my home. And over time, I've built different rhythms and systems that I can use to help me in this role. And the evening reset rhythm that I created, I like to call Bless Tomorrow Tonight. And it truly has completely changed the way our mornings go. And I feel like it really sets us up for success for the rest of the day. And mama, maybe you're thinking, wow, that sounds great. I think I might need that, but my kitchen feels overwhelming. Don't worry, I got you. I put together a kitchen resource just for you. The waitlist is open now. Just click the link in the description below this video to join the waitlist. So the system that I created that I like to call Bless Tomorrow Tonight has 5 simple steps. Step 1 is kitchen and dinner cleanup. So after we're all done with dinner, the kids know to clean up their plates and their cups and bring them directly to the sink where I will wash them. But they know that they are responsible for cleaning up their dishes, bringing them to the sink, and then wiping down the space that they ate at the dinner table. Also in step 1, while I tackle the kitchen, I will also use this time to refill or restock any of our essential things that we use for breakfast or the next day. I do try to do all of this reset for the kitchen. I do like in the very beginning of the week I'll do this, and then throughout the week, because we use up everything like salt, honey, I will double check this at this time to make sure that everything is restocked for the next morning. So that will include restocking our salt, sugar, honey, making sure the butter dish is filled. I use a water filter in the fridge, so I make sure that the water is filled and put back into the fridge so the kids can grab their own waters in the morning. Another part of the kitchen reset is I make sure that all of the kids' utensils, plates, bowls, cups are at eye level or where they can reach, so that in the morning they're not having to ask me to grab them a plate or a bowl or a cup for when they're thirsty. They know where everything's at and they can grab it all themselves, fill up their cups. So that's just one less thing that I am responsible for in the morning. They have that taken care of. I will also make sure that my coffee grinds are restocked, so I'm not in the morning, like when I'm ready for coffee, looking through the pantry trying to find coffee grinds. So I make sure that the coffee grinds are restocked. I have milk ready or creamer ready to go, and that's pretty much everything I do for the kitchen reset. Step number 2 is living room reset. So I always try to have my kids involved because they are more than capable of helping take care of our home that we all live in. They know that they are responsible and that they are a part of this family. So we all chip in and help serve one another so that we can enjoy this space. My oldest is 6 years old right now, and my middle is 4. And put them to work, give them their tasks, make sure it's clear and they know exactly what they need to get done, and they are more than capable of doing that. So during this time, the kids will clean up any toys that are still in the living room. We actually don't have a lot of toys in the living room. Most of their toys are in their room, which is also kind of like our playroom right now. So in the living room, there might be our baby's toys. She's 8 months old, so I have a basket of toys that are just for her, and those get scattered on the floor. throughout the day, so they know that they need to go pick those up, put those away. My son likes to vacuum, so he'll go ahead and vacuum the living room, the surfaces that need to get wiped down. That's step number 2. Okay, and then step number 3 is meal prep and breakfast prep. If you're like anything like me, I am not a morning person, especially right now having an 8-month-old, 2 nurses. It's just sometimes really hard for me to get out of bed before everybody. So I like to have breakfast ready to go and ready to grab. So we do have like a first breakfast where the kids can grab it themselves from the fridge or from the pantry if I'm not awake yet. They know that they have breakfast ready to grab because they're always hungry right when they wake up. And then we'll have a second breakfast, a real breakfast, when mama is ready to cook and make a wholesome meal. So options that I usually have for this first breakfast will be homemade muffins, like banana muffins, oatmeal bars. We'll have yogurt parfaits ready with all the toppings are on it, so they just have to grab the bowl. I also like doing overnight oats with different toppings. All they have to do is grab the cup and unscrew the lid, and then they know where their spoons are. So those are some of my go-to breakfasts that they can grab and go while I'm either still sleeping or if I'm doing my quiet time. So once I know that I have my ready to go breakfast is done, then I will go ahead and plan and think about what I can make for our real breakfast the next day. So that can be like toast and some scrambled eggs, sausage, bagels and cream cheese. Like I keep it really simple for breakfast because I'm personally not a breakfast person. Like I don't love breakfast food, but my kids do, my husband does, and I know that they need food right when they wake up. So I try to do simple meals that can still provide nutrition for them as they're growing. So that will be egg in a hole with toast, oatmeal. So I'll make sure that I have all of those ingredients ready to make my breakfast tomorrow, and I'll note that in my notes journal of what we have for breakfast. So in the meal prep, I will think about dinner for tomorrow. So if I need to thaw meat, I'll go in the freezer and grab meat to thaw in the fridge overnight. If it's ground beef that I need or ground pork, I usually can grab that the morning of and thaw it. But if it's like chicken, a pot roast, a pork roast, I will go ahead and grab that out of the freezer the night before and let it thaw so I can either marinate it or slow cook it the next day. At the beginning of the week, I also like to plan our meals for dinner. And I don't stick to these like rigidly. I just like to have at least 7 dinner ideas that I know I can grab and start cooking with, even if I change the days or if I don't end up using them, at least I know that they're there. So I will also double check if there's anything else I need to thaw or prep for dinner tomorrow tonight. Okay, so step 4 is my kids prep. I also like to make sure that all of our condiments are at my kids' levels, the ones that I know they like to go to in the morning. So that will be like maple syrup, ketchup, shoyu. If we're eating like spam, eggs, and rice, we're from Hawaii, so that's a breakfast we eat too. I make sure that that is all at their level so they can reach that without having to ask me about it. We also are a homeschooling family. My oldest 2 homeschool, so I will make sure that all of their supplies are ready to transition from breakfast into our homeschool morning time seamlessly. So I have all of our work that we're doing, I have all of our books, everything is in one basket, and I just double check to make sure I have all of the supplies ready to smoothly transition into that. Also, I try my best to not do a screens in the morning. So if I am still sleeping with baby, I like to have activities out for them that they can play with while I'm still with the baby. So some of the examples of that are puzzles. They're liking puzzles right now, Magna-Tiles. We have a few board games. So I'll just real quick throw out something new and I'll just leave it in the living room for them to play with when they wake. And then step 5 is mama's prep. Okay, and then under mama's prep is I will start laundry the evening before so that it's ready to go in the morning. We do one load of laundry a day. So I'll just fill up the laundry with the dirty clothes, close the door, and then we have an automatic laundry dispenser. So in the morning, all I have to do is press start and then it will start running for the rest of the day. I also like to open up my Bible to a verse so that I can set it right by my nightstand. So as soon as I wake up, before I even come outside, I know that I can get God's word into my heart, whether that's one verse or a whole chapter, depending on the morning. I just feel like it's important to ground myself because I know the day gets busy and I prioritize having quiet time with the Lord, but sometimes that doesn't always happen. So personally, I just feel like it's a simple hack, something simple that I can do where I know that I'm getting filled with God's word and he's preparing me to serve my family for the rest of the day. So I'll just open up my Bible, put my bookmarker in so that I have it ready to go and I can just read it as soon as I wake up. And then look at my to-do list or meal prep for the next day so that I already know exactly my game plan for the next day. I don't have to sit there in the morning and figure out what am I going to do today? How am I going to be productive in the time slots that I do have time to get things done? I do have my meal plan for all of the days listed, and then I have a dinner picked for each one. And then right under that, I have meal prep. So I will go ahead and list the top things that I want to try to get done for meal prep. So that could be bake bread, bake muffins, make cookies, make bone broth. I'll have probably 1 to 3 that I really want to try to get done today. And then under that list, I'll have another 5 things that I want to make to meal prep. But if I don't get to those, it's all right. But if I do finish my top 3 priorities for meal prep, then I know that I have another list to go to. And I just like to organize my brain like that. I feel like when I have a list, not in my brain, but on paper, it just is easier to manage. So after that, I'll also write down priorities like errands I need to do, any projects around the house I need to get done. I always start with listing my 1 or 2 priorities that I really want to try to get done, and then I'll make a second list with, if I have extra time, I can tackle those. And that concludes all 5 steps that I use in my evening reset to help me with mornings so that I have peaceful, purposeful mornings and I don't feel like I'm scattering last minute to get things done or to get food on the table. Helps me to be prepared and grounded and confident in my role as keeper of the home, keeper of the kitchen. Once all of that's done, then I can relax, take a breather, enjoy my evening with my husband on the couch, and I know that I am prepared. And honestly, before I started this reset, I was dreading the mornings because I'm not a morning person. So mornings were actually very hard for me. And now that I've implemented this reset system, I truly feel prepared. I know that I'm able to get my Bible in before the kids wake up. Instead of rushing to get food on the table, I know that my kids have options to eat as soon as they wake up. My kitchen just feels like a blessing now instead of a burden. I feel like there's purpose to our morning. And that's what can happen when you truly step into the role of keeper of the kitchen or keeper of your home. Your role as a mama, you don't have to dread all of these responsibilities, things that God gave us to enjoy, like our kids and our families and our homes. It's really just a mindset shift, a priority shift. And it's really with the Lord's help and with his perspective, we can truly enjoy these life-giving moments that we have every day. We're gonna make breakfast every day. We're gonna clean the kitchen every day. These are blessings that we get to steward and cultivate joy through, And this is also I'm big on legacy and generational blessings. So I'm really just setting up my family for success when they have their own families. And I'm being intentional with the time that I have with them. And it brings me so much joy to be able to walk in this role with a biblical perspective. And mama, maybe you're thinking this all sounds great, but my kitchen is overwhelming and it just brings it's just too chaotic. I don't even know where to start. I got you. I put together a kitchen resource just for you, and the wait list is open for it now. So just go to the link in the description below to join the wait list, and you'll be the first to know when it goes live. And again, I want to challenge you to try Bless Tomorrow tonight, and you can either follow the same 5 steps that I do and then implement things that your family prioritizes, or just start with 1 step. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for the perfect routine. Just start now. Be proactive, be intentional. This routine can only honestly take 15 minutes in your evening, and it's going to set you up for a great morning tomorrow. And if you do go ahead and try one of these 5 steps, please let me know in the comments below which one you choose to start with. I'd love to hear how it goes for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.